lot of his other movies, the characters are unappealing to me.
Mm-hmm.
This one, you could almost say that. Like, there's always something a bit off about them. They're not real endearing, or maybe they're not super likable, or I don't know. It's always something with the characters, I think. But in this one, I kind of liked the kid. I don't know if it's because they were kids.
Maybe.
And just the whole adventure of them running off, and they were both just so weird and weird together. Weird, but like, it was okay. They kind of complimented each other in some bizarre fashion.
Yes.
And you kind of cheered for them the whole time. You wanted things to be okay. Even though they were very young. I mean, they weren't old enough to run off and get married or anything. They weren't teenagers.
No.
So it was kind of fascinating, and I liked the island they were on, and the oh my gosh, what's his name?
Bill Murray?
No. Oh, I love Bill Murray.
Oh,
there were so many. See, we didn't talk about that either. There were so many great people in there. Frances McDormand, who I love. Bill Murray, who I love. I'm not a big Ed Norton fan, but I liked him fine in this.
Yeah.
Ed Norton, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he kind of rubs me the wrong way, but I liked him in here as the Boy Scout troop leader. He was because he was a teacher too, and the kids are like, "Don't you have a job? Like, you're just a teacher, right?" But like, first and foremost, he's a Boy Scout troop leader. But they weren't Boy Scouts.
They weren't Boy Scouts, no.
No,
yeah.
They were called something else.
Yeah.
But like, just the fanaticism he had for that job, and there was just there, and Tilda Swinton was in there.
Yeah.
Not a lot, but so there was just a lot of really great people in there that I really enjoy. And the kids did such a great job. Yeah.
Well, I was going to say something about that corncob pipe and growing up as a kid and my experiences with that. I won't go into all that. That's for another time. But I will say those corncob pipes don't come with a screen in them, so you have to put a screen.
Okay.
But that's another story for another time. Okay. Anyhow, DC's Legends of Tomorrow.
Yes.
Did you like it?
I did.
Okay, well, we've got more to go. We've recorded like the entire season or whatever we had, and we had so many things stacked up on the DVR. We needed to clear some out.
Yeah.
And we finally went back and started to watch that, but kind of enjoyed that. It's kind of a light CW show, but
definitely.
But yeah, still kind of fun.
Yeah, I would still like to see. I mean, I know none of the big names are going to come through. You're not going to see, well, you never know, though.
You never know.
I was going to say, you're not going to see Superman, or you might. I don't know.
You never know.
I would like to see Green Lantern.
Of course.
But I'm happy that Adam is there.
Yeah.
So that's nice. You got to have a proper, I'm just old school because I'm old. You got to have that proper, like that superhero.
That guy that's out there doing the right thing.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. With the full body suit and all that,
Nice. Snowpiercer.
Snowpiercer. Oh.
What did you think of that one, Chris? Really?
I don't know.
What didn't you like about it, or
I
was
don't
it just
know.
not there for you?
I don't know. It sure had a lot of social messages in it, which is fine, which is totally fine.
Right.
Yeah, I don't know. Hey, Tilda Swinton was in there too.
Yeah, and Chris Evans, you were talking about squeaky clean. Of course, I'm thinking Captain America.
Of course, yes.
But
I love Captain.
He didn't play Captain America in this one.
No, he didn't.
No.
Yeah, I don't know. It was all right. It was definitely interesting.
Okay. But not memorable enough. Not you wouldn't go out and recommend it for everybody else.
I don't know.
Well, that'd be a no then.
I don't know.
Okay.
Tell everyone real quick what the deal is.
It's set in the future after the whole climate change thing or whatever, and they try to correct it and wind up killing off all life on the planet, pretty much.
Yeah, because I guess it's an effort to slow down or stop global warming.
Yeah.
They do some kind of freeze thing.
Yeah.
So the whole entire globe is just a frozen chunk of ice.
Yeah. And so the only thing there is a train that travels around the globe just on a continuous loop. And it had a lot of people in it. Ed Harris, John Hurt, all kinds of people.
Oh, yeah.
But
yeah, what's up with, and like what, I guess, I was really looking forward to a really strong explanation of how, I don't know, why are we on a train and we're moving like 1,000 miles an hour on this awesome track? And I don't know, I'm all for getting off the train and trying to reestablish,
despite the fact the entire world is frozen over?
Yeah, see, some of the people on the train would look out the windows and think, you know what? We could make it out there. We could live out there. I'd be one of those people. I'd be throwing myself from the train. I'd rather freeze to death than live on a stinky-ass train with a million other people.
Okay.
Yeah, and the whole point of this is that there's the back of the train where all of the lower class, they suffer. Mm-hmm. They're under the thumb of the people in the front of the train. That part was interesting because the people in the back do rebel and work their way through the cars. And as you work your way forward, things get better. Things are nicer. People are dressed nicer. Oh my God, they have food here.
Right.
You pass through gardens and aquariums and like there's all these things that have been saved that are on the train that the people in the back, they're living in. It's like a concentration camp almost in the back.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah, you find out what, the people in the back get these these protein bars to eat. That's what they have to live
Protein gelatin bars or something. Yeah.
They look gross. And then you find out what they're made out of.
And that's even grosser.
You totally want to hurl after knowing what they're made out of.
Not people, though. Not Soylent Green as people.
No, that's what I was afraid of. I'm like, oh, no, they're putting their dead people into the protein bars. But, yeah, so it's very much a social statement. Very much so.
Okay.
The elite, by the time you get to the front of the train, it's just,
Yeah.
These people are like living even better than, I don't know.
Okay. So just wasn't for you in general. Maybe 2 hours and 6 minutes too long for it, maybe?
Is that what its problem was? Yeah, I can't, you know what? I don't know. I don't know what it was. I can't put my finger on it. I'm sorry.
That's fine. Talking about frozen wastelands, let's talk about Game of Thrones and Song of Fire and Ice. It's so difficult because I've got 3 separate timelines going on in my head right now.
Yeah.
We're of course behind everybody else. We did finally catch season 5 is now out on DVD or whatever. We got it through Netflix. We blazed through it. We just finished it yesterday.
Yeah. That was the end?
Yeah, that was it.
Really?
That didn't seem like a finale to you?
No.
Well, I don't know. Maybe there's another disc, but I thought.
I think I'm confused because I'm reading the books.
Well,
so.
I was going to say the 3 timelines that I have the TV show, I have you reading the book, and then I have me listening to the book. I'm listening to the unabridged, and I'm in the back I'm on story 3?
Yeah.
You're on what?
You just
5?
started, didn't you?
Started 3.
Okay, so you're in Storm of Swords. A Storm of Swords is the one you're listening to right now?
I think so.
Okay, yeah. I'm reading A Dance of Dragons.
Okay.
Are you trying?
Storm of Swords. I turned around to see which one I was on. Yeah, I'm on Storm of Swords.
Okay.
You're on Dance of Dragons, and Dance of Dragons is somewhat parallel with the 5th season of the show. Somewhat?
Yeah.
Actually, you said it was like pretty much verbatim, wasn't it? Word for word?
Not even hardly.
Wish I could see your face as you were saying that, because...
I know you're joking with me. No, it's so different. Like, I used to say, I remember a few podcasts ago saying, if you really are into the series on HBO and you want to know, like if you want more, I always want more. If it's a book that's been made into something, you can always feel the gaps. You're missing stuff. That's why I started reading them. Mm-hmm. And I used to suggest, if you're into the series and you want to know more about everybody and you want more details, you got to pick up the books. But I can't even say that anymore because the show on TV has been changed so drastically. They've melded characters together. They've eliminated characters. They've got, characters that are up north trying to do something right now. The TV show has sent them overseas, or like it's a totally different story at this point.
Okay. Now I'm going to ask, are you going to be one of those people like The Walking Dead versus the comic book versus the show?
What do you mean? Am I going to be like those people?
You know what I mean.
No, I'm not. I'm not going to sit here and cry that they're doing it wrong, because oh my gosh, the Walking Dead people in the forum drive me crazy.
They're the worst, it seems.
You guys are the worst. That's not how it happened in the comics. They're not even supposed to be alive right now. I could say all that same stuff about, Game of Thrones, but I mean, you have to enjoy these things separately.
You do. You have to understand it's a different medium. You have to think of it as a alternate reality, another world, Elseworlds. I actually had a discussion briefly in the comic book store the other day with somebody about Superman versus Batman. We haven't seen that yet. We will see it at some point. But and he said he liked it. And he's like, I think I liked it because I'm older than a lot of the people that were going to it and complaining about it. This was his words, not mine.
I don't suppose any Green Lanterns show up in that movie. Just kidding. I'm sorry.
Okay. But his thing was, you just think of it as an Elseworld story, and it's, it's okay. That's
okay. Yeah.
Just enjoy it for what it is, and
Yeah. We're having to do that more and more.
Yeah.
Because more and more movies are, people have always, since the beginning of movies have always been made from books.
Mm-hmm.
But, I'm finding that the general population doesn't read much.
No.
But, when you meet another reader, then you guys can bond over that and you understand. But, I had a point that I lost it. I'm sorry.
Okay. I'm just going to jump in and say then, like we've said with everything else on the podcast and stuff, enjoy one. Don't be mad that the other one's out there. Think about the fact that it'll bring more people over. Not a lot, not everybody. Some people will only ever watch Game of Thrones. They'll never read A Song of Fire and Ice. Same thing even with Harry Potter. Some people only will watch the movies, and that's good enough for them.
Sorry.
Is it? Okay, maybe. It's dyslexia, whatever. So Fire and Ice, Ice and Fire, Gin and Tonic, Tonic and Gin.
A Song of Ice and Fire.
Anyhow.
Well, you know what it is. Here's what it is. And here's the disappointment. This is when I get kind of bummed out or whatever. When you read the books and you go, you get favorite parts, or like, oh my gosh, I can't wait to see how they do that in the movie, in the TV show, in the whatever. Like, wow, that was such a great scene in the book. I can't wait to see how they handle it. Yeah. And then they either don't, they just glaze over it, or they do it so completely different that it's like, okay, well, I don't know. That's where I'm like, oh, bummer.
I gotcha.
Like, that was lame. They're doing it wrong. That's when I find myself saying, no, they're doing it right.
But we're keeping that opinion to ourselves. We don't need to inflict that on everybody else.
Yeah, I'm not going to freak out online like all you Walking Dead people.
You guys, gosh, anyhow, you know what? We've gone on for quite some time, but it's mostly because I'm so happy to be back talking to you guys. I want to thank you guys for listening and staying with us all the way to the end here. As always, you can get in contact with us directly by emailing me at madsaxon, that's MADSAXXON at yahoo.com. You can look us up on Facebook, put in VICISINTERIMO. Or friend me, S. Michael Jones. You can find us, like I said at the beginning of the show, on Podomatic actually is where you can find our show notes and such. Also, there will be notes throughout on the Facebook page. Anything else you wanted to add before I say I think we killed it?
I don't think there's anything to add.
All right. Well, I want to thank everybody for listening again and ask you folks to maybe share the podcast with somebody else. If you can pick out one of your favorite episodes, get them to listen, share it with a friend. We'd appreciate it.
You think people want to inflict us on their friends?
Probably not.
Send us to your enemies.
There you go.
Yeah.
Whatever works. All right. Thanks for listening, folks. Where's the off button?
I don't know. It's been too long.